I will always have a car payment just like everyone else. I need my credit cards for emergencies and I get points. Using my online banking to see what we're spending works good enough. My check is direct deposited and I have all of my bills on auto pay. It's just one less thing to worry about. Why would I do a budget? I don't even have enough money to budget. And even if I did, I seriously do not have time for that. If this takes me any more than 10 minutes and I already know that it will, then I'm not going to do it. Well, how long did it take you to make that money that you are too busy to deal with? How many hours of your life did you just trade to get that direct deposit? 40, 50, 60 hours a week? How many annoying emails did you have to respond to? How many annoying people did you have to deal with? How many hours did you sit in traffic to get there? But then you're only willing to spend minutes, if even that, to deal with the one reason why you are even at that job in the first place. Your money, your pay, your thing that floats your entire life. You have no time for that. So you can do what? Go back to flipping through all of your paid subscriptions and you finally find something that maybe you would like to watch, but then you notice it has a little padlock on it and you can't even watch that. So you pick up your phone and you start scrolling through it for hours, and one of those targeted ads finally gets you and you order something that you completely forgot about when the box shows up. Well, that was me, just plugging along every day, every week, every month, just thinking to myself, what? I work, he works, we take care of our house, we take care of our kids. That's good enough for now. We have plenty of time to think about retirement. Maybe when the kids move out, then we can start saving some money. It is so expensive to live right now that debt is just part of everyone's life, and I'll just deal with that later. And you know what? Whatever. If I want some conveniences like Instacart or some little extras like going and getting my nails done every couple weeks, so what? I deserve it. Yep, that was me in debt up to our eyeballs, 2 huge car payments, 30 different credit cards, consolidation loans, personal loans. Yeah, we deserved it. So can I show you how I got to this Jen? The debt-free Jen, the no more car payments, the no more credit cards Jen. Will you let me walk you through how I finally realized that I needed to pause, slow down, take my time back and start working for myself? No, don't worry, not starting a whole new business working for myself, but becoming the real boss of the business that I already have. The one that should have meant the most to me, but instead I was giving it the least of my attention. And that would be my own home and directing every dollar that comes in and goes out of it. Not just autopilot everything and hope it works out. Not just setting everything to subscribe and letting it all happen on its own. I mean waking up, shaking it off, digging in, and not stopping. Showing up, sitting down, shutting off distractions, and taking a look. Now I'm going to warn you, this is different. This is not a spreadsheet. This is not a seminar. This is not convenient. This is not fast. This is not automated. This is some old school stuff that is going to bring your brain back to the basics, essentially resetting you. And I figured now would be a good time to show you, since I'm actually going over my system, the way that I do my money, and I'm giving it a slight little refresh for the new year. And we're gonna start with this. And I don't even wanna say the B word that's right here on the front, because believe me, I get it. I heard that word when I first got onto YouTube and I was starting to look for different ways to save money too. And I seriously just thought to myself, like, really? That's what we're doing? What is this, like 1950? But doing this led to using these categories of spending that I chose. These are based on my personal life, my family, our places that we go, the things that we like to do, not what someone else thinks we should be doing or what someone else told me to save up for or to spend my money on. And that is really all these are. One is for saving and one is for spending. This does not have to be complicated. This is literally my savings account right here and my debit card over here in my hands. Oh yes, here comes that waking up part. And believe me, when I saw that I could personalize this method, okay, now you got my attention. And we're gonna come back to these. I will show you all of my categories, including the new ones that I am adding for 2026. And hopefully that is going to get your brain going about your areas of spending and what you would like to start saving for. Get excited about what you would like to put on the front of yours. Okay, so are you ready to go through this with me? Okay, now you may already be asking, why paper? Why do you do it that way? Well, there are lots of reasons why writing things down is very beneficial. But my main reason to be more involved and less automated is this. We are just sold this idea that today's way is so much faster, it's so much more convenient, so much easier to do everything that you need to do in your life. But yet we are more stressed and have less time to ourselves and to our families than we ever have before. And we all know it, but we just keep doing it their way anyway. For what? Because someone that doesn't pay your bills might question your new method? Because someone who has no idea how much debt you are really in will think that you are wasting your time? Who cares what they think or what they say? They are probably also in crippling debt and paying a ridiculous car payment. It's time to go back to what people did before credit card debt was so easily accepted and before the one-click shopping was patented. Okay, so stop questioning me. Let me just show you. I promise this will work. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm going to go right to the first page here, and this is my monthly bills. I like this page because it gives me the opportunity to make sure that everything was paid, even my auto payments, which most of these are, as you can see. As I'm checking them, I am also looking at the amounts and making sure they are correct, which is very important. Lately, just to let you guys know, I've been working on lowering my electric bill. And one of the ways that I've been doing that is I've been hanging out my clothes to dry. I refuse to use my dryer. And I just told Jason yesterday, I get such a rewarding feeling from doing that one thing. So anyway, you can add and take away bills as they come and go, and I like to track that at the bottom too. As you can see, December already looks different from November. So these pages, even though it seems a little repetitive, it isn't. It really keeps me on track with what bills are being paid and which new ones I might be adding. So let's move on to this page. This is the calendar. As you can see, it's a month at a glance. This was actually great when I had a ton of debt payments. It was really hard for me to keep track when I wasn't using a calendar like this. I had a hard time knowing which ones were going to come out of which paychecks. It was a mess. So anyway, I loved using this when I was really in debt. I feel like just seeing it this way, it's just easier on our brains for some reason. The next thing that I like to use is this sinking funds page. I love this list, you guys. It keeps me on track with starting them on time. I know exactly when I need to, which is the most important part with sinking funds. I know how much I need each week right here to get this payment in full when it is due. And then once I pay it, as you can see, I just cross it off and then I write it again for the next time. The next page we're gonna look at is, where is my money going? And I'm telling you guys, I will never stop, won't stop tracking my spending. This is the #1 way that I hold us accountable. Where is our money going? I look through my online banking once a week and I write, as you can see, yes, I physically write every transaction. Writing slows me just enough to think about each thing. I'm writing it down and I'm thinking, okay, this thing was fine. I'm okay with this. And then other things I'm like, what the heck is this? Don't do this again. Sometimes maybe it's just being more prepared for that next time. Do I need to adjust amounts? Do I need to talk to Jason about this? I see patterns when I'm doing this. And another thing I want to tell you is every time I do this, I re-look at every Amazon purchase that I made over the past week. And I think to myself, am I really going to keep this item? Do I really like it? And if I don't, that's when I decide what I'm going to be returning. And I will do the return right then. I get that code. I go get the item wherever it is in my house. I put it by my front door and I'm ready to go. Okay, so the next pages in this budget binder are my cash planning sheets and the budget sheets. Now, these 2 pages, honestly, are the hub to this whole thing. And if you have never done your budget, I have videos linked below for you to watch. Okay, next up is the credit and debt section of this packet. I have this page is where you basically just list all of your debts from smallest to largest, and this will be the order in which you pay on your snowball. Now, I do want to get a little more into debt payoff to help you guys here on the channel coming up this year. So subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell so you'll see when those new videos come up, and you can watch the ones that you think will help you. I want to show you, this is my debt watch page. I got all of this paid off by using this method that I'm showing you. And you guys, even if you don't know me yet and you're new to the channel and you really aren't sure about all of this, you can trust the results. Believe me, this really happened. The next page in the packet is the no-buy page. I'm going to be doing a whole separate video on how I'm going to be doing the no-buy challenge in 2026. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to change it. This is my 2025 tracker. This is a monthly one, but I do like this 30-day one because you can really get into a little more detail, right, in these little boxes. Mine is obviously just a yes or no. I'm not really explaining anything there. So this is a really good one for anybody that's new and has never done a no-buy challenge. And the last page we have is the $1,000 emergency fund tracker. Now, I am going to continue to do this, and I just want to say that I partly do this for you guys. I know some of you like to follow along and then you add the same amount to your savings, that you're watching me for that motivation to keep going with yours. So I am going to keep this going. Now, let's say that you have not started your $1,000 emergency starter fund yet, and as you can see, I'm already $150 into this one. That's okay. Print yours. Write a little note on it somewhere, maybe even on the back, that you know I'm $150 ahead of you, and just get to it. Follow me the rest of the way. Let's go. So yes, this is available, the one that I'm showing you, and you can use code Simplify50 to get it for $5 on Etsy. It is an instant download. Now, what if you don't have $5? That's okay. Here is a free version for you to get you started. You've still got your budgeting sheet, the cash planning, a no-buy challenge tracker, the $1,000 fund tracker, and a spending tracker. So this is available for you. I will also link this below. Okay, so that was the spending, the bills, the sinking funds, the debt payoff, the emergency fund. All the basics are there for you. Getting through this at first, it's going to take you some time. It's just like anything else that we learn. We gotta learn, right? So you're gonna get better and faster as you go. If I wasn't filming myself and showing everything that I do on camera, after almost 4 years of doing all of these steps in some way, shape, or form, I'd probably be done in about 20 minutes. And that's because I have a total routine now. And after almost 4 years of doing this, I have found that this is the easiest for me. It keeps me from getting overloaded. I have my 2 main categories, my sinking funds and my spending. So let's go ahead and look and see what I have going on now. My categories are household, health, Uhtred, which is obviously my little baby, groceries, toiletries, two sister bees, a miscellaneous, and a toll envelope. And these are all still very relevant spending categories for me. I will be adding just one new category in my spending binder to start in 2026, and that is, drumroll please, Kids Emergency Fund. Now, just because they are young adults does not mean that they don't need us, right? Now, I do want to say that 99% of the time, there is a payback plan that we set up, and they are all great about keeping their end of the deal. So that makes this an easy decision for me to go ahead and add this in. This might end up in this binder. We'll see how often we're dipping into it. Okay, so I've got this all ready to set up with my new set. This is the front dashboard. I absolutely love it. I will show it to you in just a second. I've got all of my envelopes ready to go in there. I did have these zippered ones, and as you can see, they were just way too bulky. So I went with the zipperless this time, and these are all of the envelopes. I took them out, obviously, and here are the new inserts that I'm going to be putting in there. I have tolls, miscellaneous, two sister bees, toiletries, Uhtred, health, groceries, and household. So another thing that I like to do, because it makes it feel new, is just mix them up. I don't want to have them in the same exact order that I had all of those in before. So I'm going to go ahead and wait, I need to add the Kids Emergency Fund, right? Okay, so I'm going to close this up. And let's go ahead and put these in here. And then we'll take a look at it when it's all done. We're going to move the cash over as well. I need 3 more envelopes. Let's open this back up. Okay, let's add these last 3 in the binder, and then we're going to swap over the cash. Okay, we are all done. We've got it all together. This is the finished product. If you like this set, it is available in the Etsy shop. I will link it below for you guys. Again, this is the front dash, and here are all of my spending categories. Okay, I absolutely love this. I'm gonna do the same thing with this binder. Okay, now if you're new, you might be asking, what is sinking funds? Why do I have the word sinking on the front of this binder? Sinking funds are specific long-term savings goals. Now, these are things that I pay a lot less often, but I still got to pay them. Some of them are once a year, twice a year, or quarterly. So let's see what I have in here. I have Winona, vehicle insurance, Mint Mobile. I pay our phone bills once a year. Medical, the emergency fund, our vehicle tags, Kofi Gold, Stash Cash, no spend, no buy. Okay, so what am I going to be adding to this one? Okay, so I have more than one for my sinking funds, and the first one is, it says bean and squid. And what is this? This is my older daughter. Her name is actually Nicole, but her nickname is Bean. She is getting married in June. We are so excited, and we're gonna have to obviously go, and she is in a different state. So we're gonna have some expenses there. So I will have 6 months to add some serious money to this envelope. And the next one I'm gonna add is birthdays. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I have tried to add this in the past, and I don't know why, it just never sticks. Well, it is gonna stick this year, starting this week, because I have lots of birthdays at the beginning of the year, and you guys, I am doing it this time. Okay, so we got birthdays. The next one is Uhtred. Now, you probably saw that he has an envelope in the spending, but he is such an expensive little boy. He needs one in this one as well. This one is for things like treats and bones and his food, but I'm gonna need this one for some other things like his medicine. I buy one of them twice a year, the other one is quarterly, and both of them are fairly large amounts. So we got Uhtred going into the sinking funds. And lastly is car maintenance, not repairs, just regular routine stuff. I'm thinking like oil changes, tire rotation, stuff like that. I have been very lucky, and obviously I want to stay that way. So the repairs, if I have any, in case you're wondering, will come out of our fully funded 6-month emergency fund, but this one is going to be more of the routine maintenance. So let's get this one swapped out. Okay, I'm all done. Here is the sinking funds binder all ready to go. All of them are in here. I added the cash. I absolutely love it. I'm very excited to get these going. And I am actually behind 1 week on my cash stuffing. So make sure to tune in. I'm gonna be doing both of these double stuffing in just a few days. Okay, we got my categories ready. Now it's your turn. Okay, let's get you guys going now with your binders, your spend and your sinking. This is a free download for you. I have it linked below. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I already had these ready for you. I had the inserts, but I went ahead and I added the dashboards for you too. I want everybody to get started and I want you to love it immediately. So we've got the whole set here, and here's what you can put together. This binder is on Amazon. I think it's like $6 or $7, something like that. So here is what your dashboard would look like in the front. And then you could just write your categories here on the front. And put them in your binder. All of this is an instant download. I don't know if I said that. Just click in the description below and what you'll print out will look like this. You just cut them out. I also wanted to show you that these actually have the guide right here. So I didn't do this one yet, so I could show you. These are $1.25 at the good old Dollar Tree, and you just hole punch them. Just like that. And it fits right in there, ready to go with your new categories. But that's not all. I am actually gonna do a little giveaway for you guys, but it's gonna be over on Ko-fi. It's just a lot easier to do these over there. I'm going to be giving away 2 of these white binders. They will be new. This one is mine, but I will have 2 new ones for you guys. The 2 dashboards. I'm going to give the winner 12 custom categories. I will go ahead and type in here whatever you want your categories to be. It is just a thank you from me to you guys for always watching the channel, hanging out, commenting, all of the things. I appreciate every one of you so much. So the link to enter for the giveaway is in the description. So click that and get entered. And I will be mailing out the 2 binders ready to go for 1 lucky winner. Okay, so if you are new and you were watching this because you really want to find some new way to do your money, I really want to say this to you. I do this method and I think that it really works because I look at it this way. It was just time for me to decide, like, what type of person do I want to be? Do I want to be organized? Do I want to be more in control? And the answer was yes. So I just made the decision. I didn't have any idea what my categories were going to be. I had no idea how much money I was going to put into each one of the envelopes. I had no idea how to really do a budget. But we don't have to know all of the answers. I mean, who knows all of the answers anyway? Certainly not me. But you know what I do know? That working for yourself is worth every bit of time that you put into it. The minutes or the hours that you clock in, you are literally paying yourself with money. Every dollar saved is an instant pay raise. Every credit card that you pay off is money back to you. Every extra principal payment that you make is less interest that you're going to be charged this month. Every lowered bill, every canceled subscription, pay, pay, pay. That is your money that you already make doing what? Staying with you. If you really want to get into the next part of this, which is how to get really going with those cash envelopes, then you need to click this video right here where I explain in the easiest way ever. Yes, you can do this. Click it and see how.